most welcome guests, especially my young friends. Don't get married. If you're not prepared for the sheer pressure and the ordeal that you have to go through in order to arrange a wedding, don't get married. And this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. I'm getting married this December and currently undergoing a pre wedding trauma. When two individuals decide to tie knot, the cacophony that arouses is enormous, and the storm that follows is called as the wedding planning. The trouble starts as soon as you're officially engaged, and the first victim is your social networking profile. In my case, I was forced to remove my profile pic. Why? Because I had 3 bottles of beers in both my hands. So any picture which represents my bachelorhood was removed. In fact, my entire album titled Crazy Trip to Las Vegas was unceremoniously deleted. I was also forced to update my relationship status as engaged, which effectively means that I am no more single and definitely not allowed to mingle. When it comes to guest list, very conveniently, all her close friends, her relatives, and her distant relatives make it to the list. But my best friend and his wife are omitted. Reason? I had a crush on his wife when I was in 5th grade. With much cajoling and convincing, begging, I was able to add my friend to the list, but his wife is still not invited to our marriage. When it comes to the venue and menu, we are always at loggerheads, and there is no point in guessing on who had the final say on those arguments. Although all decisions might sound like mutually taking decisions, but all it is that she took the decision, and my approval is simply assumed or taken for granted. I mean, I agree. I agree that the dresses of the bride and the groom should complement each other. But that does not mean that I don't get to choose what I want to wear in my wedding. That's not fair. Currently, we are in 2 different time zones. So after this meeting, all night I would be either on phone or on Skype listening to her everlasting, never-ending gibberish blabber about how she wants to get the makeup done, how she wants her hair to be done, how beautiful the necklace, which I paid for, will look on her gown, and I would just be sitting there listening to it. Doomsday arrives when all of a sudden she finds that the flowers that she wanted in our wedding will not be available on Christmas Eve, the day we are getting married, or the dress that she had got tailored made for herself is not fitting her. Now, these are problems which are out of my jurisdictions. I cannot solve them. In fact, it's not even the designer's fault. She had gained weight in last few weeks. And I did a mistake when I pointed that to her, blunt on her face. And all hell broke loose. All of a sudden, I'm faced with the strings of questions, rhetorical questions. You don't understand what I'm going through. Why do I have to take all the pressure? Why is destiny so cruel to me? I again thought it's my moral duty to console her and answer her questions. The moment I open my mouth, I'm again forced to say, shut up! Apparently, I was not supposed to answer those questions. Those questions were never supposed to be answered. I was just supposed to listen to them and keep mum. So you see, the entire wedding planning gives you a snapshot of what your married life would be. I'm somehow managing all this because all these petty fights are creating endearing memories which I would cherish all my life long. Planning a wedding is lots of fun, but at times it does test your patience and compatibility. So if you guys are up for it, sure, go ahead, get married. But you're not ready for this, remember my advice. Don't get married.